Chosen ones, listen carefully. What I'm about to share with you is urgent. This message will shake your entire perception of reality. If you're watching this video right now, it's not by accident you were divinely guided here. Something massive is about to unfold in your life, and God is speaking to you in this very moment. Hold on. The systems that people have trusted for generations, governments, economies, institutions are on the verge of collapse. Most will be caught completely unprepared, but you, the chosen ones, are being set apart. You're not just surviving, you're being positioned to rise, to step into prosperity while the rest of the world descends into chaos. This isn't only a financial shift, it's a spiritual awakening, an energetic transformation. You will begin to notice things falling into place in your life with a speed and precision that leaves you speechless. But to fully embrace this new season, you must understand the forces behind it and align yourself with God's divine plan. Before we go any further, take a moment to act in faith. Like this video as a signal that you're ready for breakthrough. Subscribe and help us reach 1,000 chosen ones. This is more than content. This is a movement. Comment the number 99, a sacred signal that you are stepping into alignment with your destiny. And now, I want to speak directly to your soul. If you're truly chosen, you will feel this in your spirit and stay until the very end. Those who aren't ready will click away. But for those who stay, your life will never be the same. The storm has already begun, and soon the full force of it will sweep across the globe. But God, in His mercy, has given you an early warning. While the world blindly places its trust in collapsing systems, you've been given the eyes to see, the ears to hear, and the heart to prepare. This is not a question of if the collapse is coming. It's already happening. Economic instability, spiritual confusion, moral decay, the signs are everywhere. The foundations are crumbling beneath our feet. But hear this, you are not meant to fall with the world. You are meant to rise above it. God's warning is not to scare you, it's to prepare you. It's your invitation to rise into a future few can imagine, a future of purpose, strength, and divine clarity. The question is, will you listen? Will you obey? Will you prepare? The coming days will test everything. For some, it will be a season of loss, but for the faithful, for the chosen, it will be a season of unimaginable breakthrough. This is your call. This is your moment. This is your warning. Prepare now, or be swept away by the tide. God has given you foresight. The time to act is now. Hold your cash, a divine warning for the chosen one. In a world where financial institutions once promised stability and security, the truth is now impossible to ignore. Those promises are crumbling. Banks, investments, and even digital currencies are no longer the safe havens they were once believed to be. The foundations of these systems are trembling, and for those who have placed blind faith in them, the coming collapse will be a devastating shock. But for you, the faithful, the chosen, there is a divine strategy to protect your future. Do not be deceived. The money sitting in banks may not be as secure as it seems. In a global economy teetering on the edge of collapse, the only true safety lies in tangible wealth, what you can hold in your hand. Cash, gold, silver. These timeless assets will outlast the crumbling systems of man. While the world trusts digital illusion, God is urging you to anchor yourself in what endures. This is not the time to trust the empty assurances of governments or financial elite. This is a time to walk the narrow path, to act with wisdom, and to protect what you've been given. While others chase risky promises, you are called to prepare. The storm ahead will not just shake economies, it will shake souls. For the world, this will be a time of panic, fear, and loss. Many will watch their savings vanish, their plans collapse, their peace dissolve. Why? Because they trusted in systems built on greed, arrogance, and pride, not on God. But you, chosen one, are not like the rest. This is your moment. This is your test, and for those who pass it, it will be the start of something greater. While others drown in confusion, you will rise not because you are untouched by crisis, but because you are prepared, spiritually aligned, divinely warned, financially wise. You are being called to become a lighthouse in the storm, a beacon of hope for those who have lost their way. The chaos ahead will expose the true nature of the world systems and the emptiness at their core. As the structures of man collapse, so too will the illusions they built. A spiritual void will open, and people will search desperately for meaning. But you already have the answer. You know where your security lies, not in accounts or interest rates, but in the unchanging power of God. You've been prepared for this. You've been warned for this, and you have been chosen for this. The collapse will be both economic and spiritual, but your foundation is eternal. While the world crumbles, you will stand firm because your faith is not in man, but in the divine. As the shaking intensifies, remember, this is not your downfall. This is your ride. Now is the time. Prepare wisely. Stand boldly and hold your ground, because your faith will not fail you. This collapse is not your end, it's your beginning. No worldly structure lasts forever. Empires fall. Economies crumble. But through the shaking of this world, your spirit will be reminded of its roots planted in something eternal. This collapse is not your destruction. It is your divine beginning. God is using this time of global upheaval not to break you, but to build you, to strengthen your spirit, to fortify your future. When the collapse comes, and the ordinary masses will panic. Fear will take hold. The unprepared will make desperate, irrational choices. But you, chosen one, have been called to stand firm. While the world trembles, you will be rooted in divine peace, the kind that only unshakable faith can bring. As the elite structures of power fall, those who manipulated, controlled, and prospered through unjust systems, it will be the believers who rise, not by their own strength, but through the wisdom and guidance of God. The elites who trusted in greed and manipulation will fall hard. Their time is over. Their grip is broken. But your rise is not a moment for pride. It's a moment for purpose. You are being elevated not just for personal prosperity, but to fulfill a divine assignment. In this hour of darkness, confusion, and fear, you must become the light, a steady hand, a voice of truth. While others falter, you will stand not because you're immune to the storm, but because you are prepared for it. The world will change, but you will not be moved. Your faith is your foundation. Your calm will be your test, and your rise will not only inspire, it will guide. And yes, wealth matters in this season, but not as a symbol of luxury, as a tool of protection. Cash in your hands, gold in your possession, silver within reach. These tangible assets are shields in the coming storm. They are your safeguard while paper currencies devalue and digital illusions vanish. Your wealth will be tested not just in number, but in wisdom. Those who have hoarded in greed will suffer, but those who are prepared in discernment will thrive. This is not about greed. This is about survival. It's not about accumulation. It's about insulation from collapse. So hold your cash close. Protect it from the chaos to come. But more importantly, hold your wisdom tighter. Gold and silver have held their value for millennia, and they will continue to rise as the world's false systems fall. But more than metal, your greatest asset is God's instruction, His voice, His guidance. Because in the days ahead, the one who hears clearly, decides wisely, and acts boldly will lead. In a world swirling with confusion, the one who holds wisdom holds power. This is your moment to prepare, to listen, to lead, and to rise. A generational shift is coming, and you're at the center of it. True wealth is not found in earthly systems. It's rooted in divine preparation. Gold, silver, and wisdom, these are your tools for the days ahead. With them, you will be equipped for whatever the future holds. While the world spirals in confusion, God's guidance will become louder and clearer. But the real question is, will you obey when He speaks? There will be moments when God calls you to act, and those decisions won't always make sense in the eyes of the world, but they will be perfectly aligned with His plan to lift you above the coming collapse. Obedience in those moments is critical. Your breakthrough won't wait. Delayed obedience is disobedience, and in this season, every step matters. The world will be filled with distractions, noise, and temptation, but your focus must remain on God's voice. His direction will guide you through the chaos, and the choices you make during these pivotal moments will shape your future. When God says move, move swiftly. Every step of faith positions you for elevation. Yes, the world may appear to be falling apart, but for you, chosen one, this is not the end. This is the beginning. After the storm, there will be no stopping your rise. The barriers that once stood in your way will be broken. The systems that once held people back will collapse. And you, the one who trusted not in man but in divine wisdom, will rise above. This is not merely a breakthrough for today. This is a generational shift. Your rise is not only about financial success, it's about spiritual elevation, legacy, and divine positioning. What's coming is not just a blessing for you, it's a blessing that will flow through you, reaching your children, your grandchildren, and generations beyond. The cycles of poverty and lack are breaking now. The seasons of financial uncertainty, stress, and struggle are coming to an end. God is calling you into a new season, one of abundance, clarity, and overflow. And this abundance is not temporary. It is legacy-level prosperity. You are stepping into a future so rich in wisdom, so covered in divine favor, that it will reshape your entire bloodline. Where there was once pain, there will be purpose. Where there was struggle, there will be strength. And where there was lack, there will be overflow. God is doing something new in your life. He is not just changing your story. He is rewriting your family's future. The chains are breaking, the walls are falling, and the doors are opening. This isn't just your moment. This is your generational calling, and your obedience is unlocking a legacy. This is your season of divine elevation. You are stepping into a season where what was once barely enough will now become more than enough. This is your moment of divine elevation, not just for personal gain, but for eternal impact. God is positioning you for a life of abundance and purpose, a prosperity that will testify to His power and lay the foundation for a legacy of faith and wealth that will bless generations after you. Get ready to witness a supernatural transformation, one that will not only change your circumstances, but will shift everything for those who follow in your footsteps. The world around you is about to undergo a radical collapse, one that will challenge everything it once held sacred. The values of materialism, the blind pursuit of wealth, the faith in human-made systems, all of it is about to be turned upside down. As this collapse unfolds, the very psychology of society will shift. What once felt secure will suddenly feel empty. The structures people relied on will fall apart, leaving many confused, frightened, and searching for meaning. The old ways will no longer work. The world will realize too late that material security was never true security. But you, chosen one, will not be lost in the chaos. You have been prepared for this moment. While the world panicked, you will move with peace and clarity. While others scramble to adapt, you will lead with spiritual vision, divine wisdom, and unshakable faith. You will see through the fog and confusion and recognize what truly matters. As the world's idols crumble, you will stand as a beacon of truth and hope. People will begin to sense the emptiness of wealth, the illusion of power. Many who once mocked faith will turn to God in desperation. And when they do, you will be there not just to survive, but to guide. But beware, deception will rise in the shadows of this collapse. As systems disintegrate, counterfeit solutions will emerge. The promise of quick wealth, seductive shortcuts, and false offers of security will flood the world. These are traps, disguised temptations meant to lure the unprepared and the unfaithful. Greed will be the undoing of many. In a world unraveling, shortcuts will look tempting, but every one of them leads to destruction. God has warned you, do not be deceived. When everything around you is crumbling, it's easy to be tempted, but you must stand firm. Resist the urge to chase what looks easy or fast. Don't let the fear of financial uncertainty pull you into deception. The world may offer you false security, but God's plan is your true provision. Stay grounded, stay faithful, stay patient. Do not trade your legacy for temporary gain. Do not exchange your calling for counterfeit comfort. God's timing is perfect, and His promises are sure. Your breakthrough is coming, but it will come through obedience, not compromise. Now is not the time to falter. Now is the time to stand firm, to lead with wisdom, to walk in unshakable faith. The collapse is coming, but for you, it will mark the rise of everything God has promised. You were made for this moment. Don't let greed blind you to the truth. In the days ahead, temptation will be everywhere, but the faithful will rise above the lies, and in the end, they will prosper. You've been waiting for this moment, even if you didn't know it. Every setback, every struggle, every tear you shed has been leading to this turning point. The collapse that's shaking the foundations of the world isn't your ending, it's your beginning. It's not the closing chapter of your story. It's the rise you've been prepared for. This is your time to move from low to high, from struggle to victory, from doubt to unshakable faith. For too long, it may have felt like the system wasn't built for people like you, that the doors were closed, that success was something others could reach, but not you. But God has been working in the unseen places, behind the scene, positioning you for such a time as this. What will devastate the world will elevate you. Where others see disaster, you will see destiny. Where others fall, you will rise. The world is entering a state of deep crisis. Financial systems are breaking. Structures are collapsing. But this is not your defeat. This is your moment to rise higher than ever before. You were made for this. Every hardship you've endured has been preparation. Every disappointment has been refining you. And now your breakthrough is coming, not by your own strength, but by the power of God's provision and guidance. In the chaos, God's voice will grow louder. His instructions will become clear and urgent. But the key is to listen. The world will shout, distract, tempt, and deceive. But in the noise, you must tune your spirit to the still, steady voice of God. His direction will be the calm in the storm, the light in confusion. His voice will guide your every step, but only if your heart is willing and your spirit attentive. God is always speak, but are you listening? Hearing his voice is only the beginning. The power is in obedience. When he speaks, move swiftly. His instructions are not only meant to protect you, they are designed to elevate you. They will lead you to places of favor, opportunities of abundance, and moments of breakthrough the world could never offer. The world is standing on the edge of a financial collapse. Banks, currencies, and markets will tremble. Fortunes will vanish. Fear will rule the headline. But you, chosen one, will not be touched. While the world panics, you will stand firm not because of your own strength, but because you are anchored in divine provision. You are set apart. You are called. You are ready. God has prepared you for this hour not just to survive, but to lead, to rise, and to shine. When the world unravels, you will walk forward in power and peace, knowing that it has gone before you. This is not just a storm. This is your divine turning point. The time is now arrived. You will not be shaken, you will rise. While others fall, you will rise not through luck, not through the systems of man, but through divine wisdom that God himself has poured into your life. As the storm gathers and the world's financial foundations crack beneath their own weight, you will walk with peace in your heart. God is your shield, and his wisdom is your guide. The collapse will not shake, it will position you. Your future is secure not because of bank accounts or market predictions, but because you are grounded in something greater. God is in control, and you are in his hand. This is not your destruction. This is your launch. What feels like a collapse of the world will be the catalyst for your elevation to a higher level of peace, prosperity, and purpose. While the old systems crumble, you will stand untouched and elevated by the power of divine provision. The world may fall, but you, beloved, will rise. The age of manipulation, greed, and arrogance is ending. The systems built on deception are imploding, and as they fall, a new order is raising, an order where faithfulness and alignment with God are the currency of the future. The very definition of success is being rewritten, and in this new era, the faithful will shine. This is your moment. This is a time when those who trusted in God, even when it didn't make sense, will see his promises fulfilled in extraordinary ways. The wealth of the world has always been just a tool, but now it's being placed into the hands of those who honor God's plan. This isn't just prophecy, it's happening right now. A divine transfer is unfolding, and you are being positioned for a level of financial favor that no human system could ever provide. But this wealth is not for comfort alone, it's for purpose. God is raising you up to advance his kingdom, to build legacies, and to create a ripple effect of righteousness that will impact generations to come. What was once out of reach, homes, businesses, influence, freedom is now being handed to those who remain faithful through the pressure. This divine shift will not be hidden. It will be unmistakable. The fall of the old order will expose everything, and the rise of the righteous will be seen by all who have eyes to see. It will be undeniable. The wealth transfer is not a coincidence. It is God's strategic design in motion. But be warned, this is also a test. God is calling his people not just to receive, but to be ready. The collapse won't only test finances, it will test faith. This shaking will separate the prepared from the unprepared, the truly faithful from the ones who only believed when it was convenient. Your response will determine your next level. Will you cling to the noise of the world, or will you remain anchored in his voice? Will you chase fleeting promises, or will you trust the eternal plan? Will you rise not just with wealth, but with wisdom? Because this is more than promotion. It is your divine calling. Prepare, stay alert, stay grounded. The wealth of the righteous is about to be revealed, and it's going to change everything. Rise to your divine calling, or be swept away by the storm. This is not a time for complacency. This is not a time to delay. The systems of the world are crumbling before our eyes, and now more than ever, God is testing the hearts of his people. Will Will you stand firm on the unshakable rock, or will you be blown away when the winds of crisis come? Your readiness in this season isn't measured by how much you've learned or stored up. It's not about worldly knowledge or material accumulation. It's about one thing: your relationship with God. Are you listening to His voice? Are you following His lead even when it defies logic? This test will expose the true strength of your foundation. Those who are prepared will rise not in panic, but in peace, walking in clarity and confidence. But those who are not rooted in faith will be swept away into chaos, just like sand in the tide. God is calling you to prepare not just materially, but spiritually. True readiness is living with a heart tuned to His voice, eyes fixed on His path, and hands open in surrender. Like the wise virgins in parable, you must keep your lamp full of oil. They were ready for the bridegroom because they never let their flame go out. And now, God is asking you to keep your heart full of His wisdom, your life aligned with His will, your soul ready for the breakthrough that's coming. Because as the world spirals into confusion, your moment is arriving. This is your time to prove your faith, to trust in God's provision, even when nothing around you makes sense, to walk by faith, not by fear, to anchor your future in God, not in collapsing systems. The test won't be easy. It will define you. Will you rise in bold faith, trusting that God is more than enough? Or will you shrink back, clinging to the failing comforts of the world? Your answer will determine your path. Your response will shape your legacy, because the struggle that has marked your past, the financial pressure, the emotional battles, the spiritual stretching, it's all been preparation. And now, it's giving way to something entirely different, unimaginable, abundant. This isn't just a change in your bank account. It's a divine shift, a total transformation in how you understand success, provision, and purpose. Where there was lack, there will now be overflow. Where you once survived, now you will thrive. This is your season of breakthrough. No more scrambling to make ends meet. No more living on the edge of worry. God is positioning you for a life of sustained abundance, not just for your comfort, but so that your life can overflow into the lives of others. You are not only being blessed, you are being entrusted. The refining process has shaped your character. Now, the reward is about to reveal your purpose. The doors are opening. The heavens are shifting. The blessings are being released. What's coming is more than provision. It's peace. It's legacy. It's impact. This is a divine shift. From scarcity to overflow. From pressure to purpose. From waiting to walking in destiny. Get ready. Stay faithful. And rise into everything God has prepared for you. Get ready to rise. Abundance is more than money. This shift isn't just financial, it's spiritual, emotional, and relational. God is preparing to bless you in every area of your life, not just so you can receive, but so you can become a blessing to others. As the world descends into chaos, you will walk in peace and prosperity that can only be described as supernatural, a living testimony to God's ability to provide, even in the most uncertain time. Get ready to step into a new season, one where struggle becomes a distant memory, and overflow becomes your new normal. This is your divine moment to encounter God's provision in ways you've never imagined. And when it comes, it will change everything. As the world systems begin to crumble, long-buried truths will be unearthed. The global financial order built on deception, exploitation, and greed will be exposed for what it truly is. For the first time, people will come face to face with a shocking revelation. True wealth doesn't come from manipulation or effort alone, it comes from God. This revelation will be both shattering and freeing. For so long, society has been taught that wealth is earned only through hard work, competition, and clever strategy. But in the days ahead, that illusion will collapse. The faithful will understand what's really been true all along. Divine provision, not human system, is the real source of abundance. And as this collapse unfolds, there will be a mass awakening. People will begin questioning everything they believed about success and wealth. Many will panic. Many will cling to the fading illusion. But you, the one rooted in God, will have clarity. You'll see the lies for what they are and the truth for what it has always been. Wealth built on human pride is temporary, but wealth built on God's promises is eternal. This is your moment to step into that eternal wealth, to rise above crumbling systems and take your place in a new era of kingdom abundance. As the false foundations of the world are shaken, God's truth will be revealed, His provision, His plan, and his unwavering faithfulness to those who have trusted him. The collapse won't destroy you, it will reveal you. While the elite, the powerful, and the prideful stumbled, those who built their wealth on fragile systems, you will rise. Their foundation was sand, but yours is the rock. Their confidence was in their position, but yours is in God's promises. This is a divine wealth transfer, a shift in power, a shaking of systems, and your faith is your greatest asset. Those who trusted in money alone will see how quickly it fades. Those who trusted in God will see how faith becomes favor. The collapse will expose the vanity of greed, but it will also expose the strength of your spirit. Because while others fall, you will rise, not by force, not by striving, but by the hand of a faithful God, lifting up those who trusted him all along. This is not just survival. This is your divine elevation. Step into it. Your faith is your fortune, and the world can't take it away. As the systems of the world collapse, those who have placed their trust in God will experience something beyond human, understanding supernatural provision. This season isn't just about surviving. It's about thriving in ways others can't explain. Your fortune will be tied to your faithfulness, and God will reward your trust with a wealth that no crisis can touch. This won't be wealth rooted in fragile markets or a fleeting trend. It will be wealth rooted in divine favor, a kind of influence and abundance that the world cannot take away. You will rise, not by force or manipulation, but because God's hand will rest upon you. While the elite falter and worldly systems fail, you the faithful will ascend. Your faith will become your fortune, and this is your time to claim it. For too long, the world has been ruled by illusions, false promises, empty pursuits, and systems built on greed. People have believed the lie that wealth comes from human effort, manipulation, and playing the game of the powerful. But those illusions are dissolving. The truth is finally being revealed. The foundations they trusted were always fragile, and now they're crumbling. The world is entering a new era, an era of awakening. In this new era, wealth will not be found in the hands of those who strive, but in the hands of those who believe. God is about to reveal that real, lasting wealth is not earned through control, competition, or cleverness. It is a gift poured out on those who trust him. You've been faithful in the quiet seasons, and now you will see that true prosperity comes through divine alignment, not worldly effort. This shift will upend everything people thought they knew about success. Those who trusted in the market, in politics, in their own plans, they will be left scrambling, but you will stand strong, because the wealth God is releasing in this hour isn't subject to inflation, stock crashes, or geopolitical chaos. It's backed by heaven's authority, and it's rooted in God's unshakable will. The era of illusion is ending, and as it fades, the faithful will rise. You won't need to chase what others chase. You won't need to fear what others fear. You will no longer depend on financial trends to feel secure. You will be anchored in the unshakable kingdom of God. The wealth that's coming to you is real. It is eternal. It is unshakable, because it's not from man, it's from God. While the world systems fall apart, God's kingdom stands firm, and you, chosen one, are being positioned to inherit its abundance.